calling all you handstanders. You do an L to straight and it looks a bit like this. You start off all right and you can't hold it because you ain't getting your feet or your hips over your shoulders. Okay, so first of all, it's having that awareness, film it. But second, how can we get our head around this? Obviously, it's going to be using the wall. Come with me to the wall. This will look different for everyone. Now, if you are tight in the shoulders, yours is going to look completely different because you're going to have to arch the back to get the hips in line with the shoulders. So it's not going to be nice tucked in L shape, okay? I will show you both variations. What you want to practice, and I said this in my last video, is when you're kicking up to the wall, kick up with intent and control. Don't just throw yourself at the wall just because the wall is there. That's not going to teach you how to control your handstand away from the wall, okay? So you're using the wall, use it properly, okay? So what we want to practice, if you are super flexible, like you can basically do a standing split, the bottom leg that you push from is probably going to want to hang low. You're going to have to try and actively use those hip flexors to lift it higher, okay? Not necessarily to join to straight away, just to lift it higher. So I push from my left, okay? I'm not standing split flexible. I can do the splits, but what we want to practice is just bringing that back leg to the wall and trying to get the hips over. Okay, so what it might look like at first is this, because you're not quite used to it, okay? You can come away from the wall a bit, so like 2 hands away from the wall, keeping those shoulders over. Just practice kicking that leg back and see if you can hit bum to wall. Okay, now if you're super flexible, which obviously I am not, I'm not unflexible, but that leg might want to hang low. So you've got to really think, keep it in, okay? So think about trying to get that leg to the wall. And once you get there, then join, okay? So leg, then join. So how will it look if you're tight in the shoulders? The way I try to think about this is leaning forward and then this. Okay, so getting the hips over, then joining. Okay, it might be that your shoulders are leaning forward because that's when you're tight. We're trying to keep those hips over. I hope that helps. Have a go, film it. Any questions, comment below.